think it's working. 1 minute. Alrighty, good morning everyone, or afternoon wherever you're located. Good to see you all again. Just wanted to check in now because I've got a busy day ahead, so I wanted to tick this off my list. How are you all today? And what do you have planned for the weekend? I have a conga class to go to at, I can't remember where the location is, but I can post it underneath if anyone wants to join me. I've got a conga class to go to tomorrow, which is a combination between dancing and fitness, so it's kind of like exercise but in dance form. There was a class that I did, it's not with the same lady, but I did a class with at the ladies shed launch a couple of last month, and I really enjoyed it, and I just haven't gotten around to booking myself in officially, so I have ticked that off my list this week, and I'll be doing that tomorrow at 8:30. What else? I did the this is my, sorry, I've got an itchy nose. Let me think. My brain is so chaotic today. Okay, so I am on my day 2 of implementing my morning routine. I've got a really itchy nose. It's bloody cold today, and I just come from messy play in Stirling, and it's just, I've come home and my room is so cold right now, so and the fan is on winter setting, so it's not because of that. Alright, so on my day 2 of morning routine, and I was very surprised at how much time I have in the morning when I'm efficient at doing my tasks, which was really surprising. I did so much this morning, and that was within 2 hours. Like, I was checking the time thinking I was running out of time, and I had heaps of time. So it was really cool. I woke up at 6:30 this morning. Messy play wasn't until 9:30, and I live nearby, so I didn't have to leave till like 9. And I had so much time, and I did so much, so it was pretty good. So I'm kind of more awake than I typically would be at this time of day. Can't promise that I'll be like that later on today, given that I haven't woken up at 6:30 for a long time. And yeah, so my next question I would like to ask you guys, which is in the description anyway, is what is your sleep habits, or what are your sleep habits, and what time, or like what's your sleeping routine, I guess, or how do you get to sleep? I have very often, quite consistently struggled getting to sleep and also staying asleep. I tend to wake up a few times throughout the night, and it's taken me a while to get back into a sleep routine. I'm still getting there, but I recently, I think it was about a month ago, found a really cool sleep meditation that I use to get to sleep. I also have an essential oil spray that Debbie Collins, one of my friends, gave me, and it really helps. I haven't been using it recently because the sleep meditation seems to do enough for me, and I will link it in the comments if you want to give it a go. But sleep meditations are definitely beneficial for me. Adult stories and things like that don't really work for me because I end up staying awake trying to listen to the whole story. And music sometimes helps, but music again is one of those things where I want to stay awake thinking that I'll miss out on something. So sleep meditations tend to wind me down quite a bit. And last night I got to bed at about 10:40, and I think it didn't take very long for me to get to sleep. So I'll link it, and I tend to put that on my TV now because my phone, I used to have it on my phone next to me, but obviously as part of my morning routine and as part of what I've learned from Mel Robbins, I've been putting my phone on charge in a separate room, which means I can't use my phone for the sleep meditation. So I've been putting it on my TV and just turn the brightness really, really low so I can't, so it doesn't disturb my sleep as much. So yeah, I'll link that. A weird fact about me, I am a half side, half tummy sleeper, and I tend to sleep on my left. And I think for most of my life I've always fallen asleep hugging, like my pillow is like between my two hands. Like I tend to sleep kind of like that with the pillow between my two hands. And a friend got me a giant human pillow kind of thing that I tend to kind of wrap myself and hug at the same time at the moment. So that's kind of how I sleep. So I kind of sleep more on my side / tummy. I do not do well sleeping on my back, but I don't know what I'm like during the night. So, but typically I fall asleep best on my left, right side, I don't know, facing the left. So that's an interesting fact about me. And yeah, and I keep going off topic. My plan for the weekend is obviously Conga tomorrow, and then I've also got a reading in nature meetup that I have organized with a co-host on the Sunday morning at Kings Park. You guys are welcome to come along. I'll also link that underneath in the comments as well. It's free, and it's basically a cool place for introverts / extroverts, doesn't matter what you are, but I think it's kind of a nice, for people who don't really like socializing that much, it's kind of a nice in-between. And despite the weather forecast, we've organised a spot that we could either use the cafe or some sheltered areas to read under. And basically, you just bring your own book and you just chill. It was not a meetup that I set up. It was another guy from another meetup that set it up, and it was such a genius idea. I was like, cool, I'm happy to take on board hosting some of the meetups. So that was pretty cool. I don't think there's anything else that I can think of right now. I got another podcast that came through, podcast episode from Do You Fucking Mind, that came through today. I started listening to it, but then some other environmental things happened, so I wasn't able to complete it, but I definitely will be listening to that at some point today, and also will be listening to finishing off Mel Robbins' not high five habit, the 5-second rule, because there's about 40 minutes left of the audiobook, so I'll probably be finishing that on the way to work today. If there's anything else you'd like to know, or you'd like me to talk about, please let me know. My morning routine seems to be working in relation to calming me down before my day starts, and also making me feel like I've achieved something, because often when I wake up late or I have not planned my day properly, I tend to get quite low about myself and end up staying up really, really late trying to complete a zillion things and never actually completing them, because I keep trying to multitask, and multitasking for me isn't a brilliant thing. So anyway, I think that's all. I'll link some of those things underneath in the comments. I haven't done great over yesterday I didn't find any hearts because my brain was so occupied, and yesterday was quite a big day for me. Today I did find one heart, and I will be keeping my eye out for more hearts, and I'll be posting that at the end of today. I'm not going to beat myself up about not completing that challenge consistently, because people are not perfect. But whatever happens, happens. But you guys are keeping me accountable by watching these, and it's great. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Please let me know how your day is going. Let me know what your weekend is like, and yeah, I'll chat to you later. Have a good day. Bye.